We've all got a list of jobs and accomplishments, right? It's our resume. But is that really all our career is? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea. Your career isn't just about what you've done. It's about the story you choose to tell about it. We think our work should just speak for itself. But what we're about to see is that crafting the right story is what makes it truly powerful.
So, think about it this way. What's the real difference? A resume? Well, it lists the facts, the roles, the dates, the duties. It's the what. A story, though, a story connects those facts. It gives you the why and the how, and that's what makes your journey stick in someone's mind. It's what makes it persuasive.
To really see how this works in the real world, we're going to deconstruct the career of one person, Dr. David Garrison. And we're going all in. We're looking at his actual resumes, his cover letters, even some of his early drafts. This way, we can see exactly how he strategically shapes his story for different people and for different goals.
Okay, so first up, let's look at the raw materials. These are the core jobs Dr. Garrison held over about 2 decades. Now, if you just look at them like this, they're just titles on a timeline, right? But these roles, this is where he cooked up all the key achievements that would become the building blocks for his career story.
Every great story needs some solid, impressive facts to back it up. So let's look at a few of his favorite metrics. First, this one, the number 7. The physics master's program that he literally created from nothing, it became the 7th highest producing program of its kind in the entire country. That one number tells you so much about his impact.
But a national ranking can feel a little abstract. To make it more human, he adds this number. Over 200 students have graduated from that program. All of a sudden, that 7th in the nation thing isn't just a rank anymore. It's a real legacy of people he's mentored and helped succeed.
And finally, to show just how big of a leader he is, he points to this number. He managed an operating budget of over $10 million. You see, that proves he's not just a smart academic, he's a strategic leader who can handle some serious financial responsibility.
But look, a great story isn't just about the numbers. It's got to have heart. It needs an emotional hook. And this quote, this is where you see his personal passion, calling the program "my baby." I mean, that instantly transforms him from just a program chair into a founder who has this deep, personal stake in his work.
Okay, now this is where the real art of storytelling comes into play. It's fascinating. He takes one single achievement, founding that physics program, and tells 2 completely different stories about it. For a technical audience, like the Department of Energy, he focuses on building tangible things, labs, equipment. But when he's talking to academic leaders, he shifts the focus to growth, prestige, and hiring more faculty. It's the exact same success, just perfectly reframed for the audience.
And this tailoring goes all the way to the very first sentence of his cover letter. I mean, look at this. For one job, he leads by connecting on a personal level, talking about a shared mission. But for NASA, he gets straight to the point with his scientific expertise to prove he's the right person for the job. It's such a great example of how the hook of your story, that very first impression, has to be a deliberate choice.
So you might be wondering, how can you do this yourself? How can you structure your own stories so effectively? Well, he uses a pretty classic but super powerful framework. It's called SOAR, and it's a simple formula. You start with a situation, you identify the obstacle, you explain your action, and then you wrap it up with the result. It creates this perfect little mini-story that's super easy to follow and just really compelling.
Let's see SOAR in action, because this is a great one. So the situation. The university had this old, slow, paper-based system for admissions. The obstacle? Applications suddenly exploded from just a few hundred to over 4,000. The action. With literally zero budget, he just built a new digital system himself using stuff they already had. And the result? He took the processing time from 2 weeks down to just 2 days. That's how you turn a boring administrative task into an amazing story of innovation and resourcefulness.
But, getting to these really powerful, metric-driven stories, it's not always a straight line. What's interesting is this quote here. It actually isn't from Dr. Garrison. It's from his career coach, who was pushing him on an early draft. It's just a great little reminder that crafting your narrative is a process. It takes revision, and you really have to zero in on those concrete results.
So what about when things don't go right? What about failure? This is where the true masters of storytelling really shine. They don't try to hide failure, they reframe it. For example, Dr. Garrison tells this whole story about leading a massive effort to land a $20 million grant. So after this heroic, month-long scramble to get a team of 125 people together from all these different universities and companies, the proposal was rejected.
Now, on a simple resume, you'd probably just leave this out, right? But in a narrative, this can actually become a really important moment.
And here's the brilliant part, the reframe. He argues that the money was never the real win. The process itself, that was the victory. It created new relationships with industry giants, it raised the university's profile, and it totally paved the way for them to go after other big grants in the future. He turns a failure to get funding into a success story about building a foundation for the future. Just incredible.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. The facts of your career, all those bullet points on your resume, that's just the raw material. You are the author. You get to choose the theme, you pick the highlights, you craft the message. Your work doesn't just speak for itself, you have to speak for it. So the real question is, what's the story you're going to tell?